World, Nicholas Coriano here with Servitude Intelligent Relations. Want to discuss today about setting up an in-house investor relations department. So as you guys grow your companies, for the most part, many micro-cap penny stock companies outsource the investor relations functions. When you guys are ready to in-house it, here are 9 things that you probably want to be mindful of. And remember, as you're putting together your investor relations department, team, personnel, etc. The first thing is, these are job functions of what they're going to be doing and what they're responsible for, okay, guys? So number 1 is they're going to assist the CFO and the financial team in filing forms with the SEC. So this is generally a function of the investor relations department. Just helps them oversee it. It gives another set of eyeballs for the CFO and the financial team. So they're going to help file documents with the SEC in conjunction with the financial department. I got a list here, so if you see me looking over, that's what I'm doing. Number 2, assisting the outside auditing firm in formatting reports and providing the liaison between your company's department and outside auditors. So again, if you notice, I said formatting the reports. It's not the investor relations team, it's not the investor relations agent or team's job function to put together the balance sheet. That's the CFO's function or the outside accounting team that you guys have hired to do that. But when it comes to formatting it and presenting it to investors, the investor relations agent definitely has a strong foothold there. Again, the point of the strong investor relations team is to tell your story to the investing public. So this comes in the form of financial documents like the balance sheet, the income statement. So when it comes to formatting them, make sure they're working alongside your accounting team, your CFO, to format those documents. Number 3, preparing and distributing the annual report and management discussion and analysis, MD&A. So again, this goes back to the last point. When it comes time for the annual report, they're not going to be making the balance sheet or the income statement, but they should definitely be putting the document together for the annual report. These professional annual reports, depending on how big the company is, can run, I mean, you got public company annual reports that are 100, 200 pages, right? So the most important part of that report in the annual report, what people really rely on, is management's discussion and analysis. So after you put together, the financials, you're going to discuss what happened in all these financials. The investor relations team is an intricate part of gathering that data from the management, putting that together in a way that shareholders and potential shareholders can understand and the investing public can understand, and then presenting it and formatting it in such a way as well. So the annual report. Number 4, creating and disseminating all news releases about material developments. So some people divvy this up into the PR section if your company is big enough and you have an IR section and you have a PR department. But generally at a smaller growing company, this is an IR function, an investor relations function. So they're writing any press releases that have material information in them. Make sure these things are formatted like professionally, as most press releases should be formatted, which means there's an About Us section. It starts with the date, the location, the subject line is a strong subject line telling what material information is being disclosed. There's usually a quote in there by company management, and at the end there's an About Us, and there's usually a disclaimer, a safe harbor disclaimer in your press releases. So that's another job function of investor relations. Number 5, scheduling and organizing the annual meeting. This is very much in tune with the annual report. Except in the annual meeting, whether it's a web conference, a live event somewhere, or a teleconference on the phone. This is usually a job function of the investor relations to get on the right platform to perform the meeting, or to book the hotel to have the meeting at, or the conference center to have the meeting at, or the teleconference, right? The conference call number, where people can ask questions at the annual report. So that's another function of investor relations. Number 6, scheduling and preparing all teleconferences, roadshows, and investor presentations, very much in line with the annual meeting, except here we're talking about going out and introducing the company to potential shareholders, potential investment bankers, potential broker dealers. Now remember, it's not generally the job function of the investor relations, especially if they're a third-party investor relations agent, to go out and pitch your company. That's the CEO's job. It is the job, or the COO or the CFO or whoever the management chooses to go out and pitch the company. But it is the investor relations job to schedule those meetings, to get those people on the phone and actually get those meetings scheduled into the calendar with the CFO, with the CEO. Next one, scheduling presentations. Okay, 7, preparing and distributing due diligence reports and media kits. Same thing, marketing collateral. This goes again to marketing collateral. So you're talking about here at Servitude, we put together business plans due diligence checklists for potential investors, media kit, so that includes the business plan, the PowerPoint presentation, sometimes a specific investor relations website for potential investors. So that's definitely the job function of an investor relations team or the arm of a public company. Number 8, working with the CFO and counsel to ensure an effective system of monitoring financial reporting and disclosure. So again, this goes back, and I could have put these probably all in one bullet point, but working with the CFO to make sure that your financial reporting is done correctly. It's another set of eyeballs on your financial reporting, and that there's enough disclosure. So your there's a checklist, a due diligence checklist to make sure that you guys covered everything when you guys are disclosing. And the last one, working with all other departments within the company to ensure that they're complying with all reporting and disclosure requirements. So obviously, the faster your company grows and the bigger your company is, there's going to be a lot of new pieces, new moving pieces. There are going to be things that need to be disclosed that maybe the new division of your company doesn't know about. It's the investor relations arm to poke holes in all the sectors of the company, all the management of the company, and say, hey, on the accounting side, or let's say on the operations side, you guys just acquired a supplier. That's a material event, right? The investor relations arm or agent should be able to tell you, hey, that's a material event. We should probably want to file, a Form 8K to announce that material event. So those are just some things that you want to consider when you're putting together an investor relations team for in-house. If you guys need help and you guys want to outsource the investor relations function, we can definitely do that for you. We help companies do that. Or if you guys just need an extra hand with investor relations, we do that for smaller growing public companies, usually in the microcap space. Reach out to us at servitude.com. If you thought this video was helpful, share it with somebody, and subscribe to the channel if you guys like what you see. Have a great day. Keep rocking. Be fruitful. We'll talk soon, guys.